Hello and welcome to the third episode of my Football Manager 2024 save, and this is Teacher Gets Taught. So last time we were buying some players and we were flirting with relegation. We were 1 point above the relegation zone and things have taken a slightly better turn. So lots of draws. The last time we were together, we lost in the League Cup round of 16 to G Osaka. We were dumped out of the All Japan Cup third round by Nagoya, and we then went on a bit of a spree of draws. But crucially, we have picked up some wins against some fairly heavy hitters. So Kashiwa, we dispatched 2-0 at home. They were second at the time, and we also beat Kawasaki Frontale. So looking at who are decidedly in the lead of the league at the moment. So as you can see, Kashiwa are now have slipped to third, and Kawasaki Frontale are still way out in front, 5 points clear. So that is an encouraging sign. There have been some transfers since we were last together, and we brought in Genta Ito as on a loan. He's a goalkeeper, and the reason for this is because we have shipped David Harrington out to Kofu on a £60,000 deal with which can go up to 80,000, including add-ons. A few players have gone out on loan who are young. So Suzuki's gone out, Ichikawa's gone out, so they've got high amounts of potential. Also saw Jin Son, he's gone on loan. Shogo Terasaka, I just decided to release on a free. He was a centre-back who was decidedly slipping down the pecking order. And then we got rid of another Suzuki, Kanato Suzuki. Basically a lower a J3 League team came in for him. They wanted him at the end of the contract. We hadn't offered a contract, and he essentially wanted to go, but we chanced our arm to see if they would buy him now, so he went for 14,000. So because Harrington's gone, we've brought in Genta Ito as a goalkeeper, 27 years old, solid enough. He's not going to he's probably not going to stand in the way of our main keeper, Kawanishi, because we want him to pick up as much experience as humanly possible, and he seems to be able to stand up on he seems to be able to stand up to the J1 League standard just about. We have also brought in on loan, bear with me, I need to go back, Kyosuke Fukushima. So he's coming from Kyoto. He is another central midfielder. I literally cannot help myself. He looks really good. There is an option to buy him for way too much money, not at the end of this season, but the end of next season. So hopefully we'll have some money to possibly buy him, or we can just walk away from it. But the loan deal looks good because we are not paying any fees for the moment. We are just paying his wages. I think we're paying his full wages, but can't really remember. And we've also brought in Yota Komi, who is a inside forward who can play out on the left. Let's look at him properly. And he is going to deputise for Arroyo, who is playing a lot of games, but actually is in really good form at the moment. So no suggestion of dropping him. The reason why we have had an uptick in form is because I think it was the Kyoto game. So I went on a bit of a run of games where we've won 2 and drawn 2, and the reason for that essentially is because I've decided to keep the 4-3-3 formation with the defensive midfielder, but the mentality is balanced. We're just getting too run over, conceding too many goals and not scoring enough. So I've just dialed back the mentality. I've also upped the tempo from slightly lower to standard, and also I have brought the defensive line back because we just don't have quick enough defenders, and they're constantly getting caught. So this seems to be working at the moment, but we'll see what happens today. So the main order of business today is it's Derby Day, so we're going to be playing Yokohama FC, and if we have time, we will also play Yokohama F Marinos as well. So Yokohama FC at the moment are 16th in the league, and Yokohama F Marinos are 13th. So we are pretty much in the same kind of neighbourhood in terms of how we're getting on, and there is 5 points between us. So high stakes stuff today. So let's get cracking, and join me again once I've selected my team and stopped faffing around. Okay, so the starting 11 to play against Yokohama FC is Kawanishi in defence, Arai left back on a defensive duty, Shah centre back, Van Erden partnering him with Serwin, Peter Serwin, our Danish wing back, playing as an attacking fullback. We've changed Mizuno to an anchor role just to sweep things up, and hopefully this will enable Yoko Onahara, to push forward a little bit more and have McLaughlin as box-to-box midfielders. So I'm hoping we're going to have enough people just to cover the back when people start marauding forward. Gipio on the right, Arroyo on the left cutting in, and Odukon Yaro up top. So let's see how this one goes. So now that I'm recording, I'm sure the YouTube gods will consign me to defeat, but let's see how things all shake out. So we're just going to go for standard, boost the morale, trusting them to make a difference, make me proud, I have faith in you, all that kind of good stuff. So they're a bit more G'd up. Sorry, I'm just going to put a cut in here just to reduce the level of what is going on, so pardon me. Okay, so there we have it, nice home game, and let's see what happens. Alright, so we've got kick-off. So Kawanishi's already injured, typical. But he can nurse him through the rest of the match. Bruised shoulder, we'll see how he gets on. There's no injured. So we've conceded already. But Kawanishi doesn't have an injured symbol next to him, so I'm hoping he's going to be okay and that we don't concede anymore. But we've got off to a flying start. We've come out on positive mentality. It's a little bit concerning. We'll keep it on positive for now, because we are behind, essentially. So I'll leave the shout for now. Okay, McLaughlin with the free kick. Up to Sean Van Erden. He's put it back. Is he going to have a go? Oof. Okay. Hit the woodwork. Unfortunate stuff, so I'm going to encourage them, see if I can get the morale up slightly. We've got another highlight, so let's see what transpires here. not too worried yet. Plenty of time in the game to turn this around. We definitely have a team. Our first 11 is solid, and I feel fairly happy with the tactic. So I'm not going to panic just yet. Okay, Gipio. Oh, McLaughlin. Right, must have been offside. So you would never believe it, but I'm actually currently recording this with my head under a blanket. My wife is studying in the bedroom where all the carpet is, and I don't know much about recording, but I know enough to know that if there's wooden floors all around the place and shiny surfaces, then you're probably not going to get the best sounds. I've also upped the level of my microphone because I realised that my second episode was very quiet. So I'm just kind of still trying to figure things out, find my levels, try not to speak too slowly, and to say things that are meaningful without too many ums and ahs. But as I said, it's a work in progress. I'm fairly comfortable as a teacher in talking to people, but talking to a microphone to essentially the internet and a handful of people at this stage is still quite a strange suggestion. Okay, so we've missed an interception there. This could be costly. And yeah, penalty. Brilliant. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're going to be slightly up against it now. The lads are very frustrated, as they should be. And there we go, we're 2-0 down. It always sounds silly, but when you choose to start a YouTube channel with a reasonably niche game like Football Manager, it's usually a good idea if you feel like you know what you're doing with the game. And the last version of the game that I've got is Football Manager 2022, and I assure you I was really good at that. I took Curzon Ashton up to the Championship from the National League North. Then I bailed and went to Brighton, who were in the Championship at the time, brought them up to the Premiership, and after a few seasons we'd won the Champions League 3 seasons in a row, and then we finally won the Premier League, and then I bailed and went to Tottenham and won the league the first season I was there. So I've kind of found my confidence with this iteration of Football Manager after being fairly comfortable with the older versions. I've been playing some version of Championship Manager or Football Manager for, over 20 years now. And yeah, but clearly I'm not having a very good start on my YouTube channel. 2-0 down at home against your rivals. It's not great. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do that, but I will go for that. Appeared inspired. Wonderful. I think we'll have about 10 minutes on this positive mentality, but we might have to start going chasing from about 55 minutes onwards, and we might have to shake this up. I'm just having a look and thinking about what I can swap. But we've got a highlight here, ball given away fairly needlessly, but we have it back. Now Arroyo's got a bit of room to move into. Oof. Could he have picked a pass? I'm not sure. So we've had the lion's share of the possession. We've had a high number of shots, but basically what's happening is we're suffering the reverse of where we've beaten teams that are better than us. I'm thinking of Kashiwa and Kawasaki Frontale, where arguably we did teams over. Okay, now we're back in it. I think he was onside there. Yes, that is fantastic news. So I'm just adjusting my microphone. So Hopefully that's better. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Recording audio and a game underneath with my head under a blanket. I'm a fully grown man. What is going on? Okay. Well, we might keep it going the way it is. I'm just going to stop here and take a pause. Okay, so he wants to come off. Right, this is a straight swap for endo, so we'll just do that. Let's have a look at, are there any swaps that we can make at this particular point? Sowen's not having a great game. The problem is that Yamada, he can cross. Yeah, we might make that swap. I'll keep him on for a little bit longer, see what happens. I think we're just going to keep it as is. I don't really feel like there's too many players on the bench. We are handicapped by this requirement for 4 homegrown club trained players. We've got Kawanishi, we've got Yamada, Funatsu and Ozeki that meet that requirement. And they can do something, you know, these are players that can do something, but they really don't do it all that often. Unfortunately, they're just not at the level. So we'll confirm the sub and we will keep going. We'll look to make changes in the next 10 or so. Okay. Bruised ankle for Paul McLaughlin. Brilliant. Okay, so we are just going to have to, wants to stay on, but the injury is hampering him. Yeah, we're going to go Ozaki and we are going to change him to be a Mazala. I think we're just going to have to start going for it. We might change him to be a deep line playmaker just so we're balancing things out a little bit. And I think we're going to put Funatsu on as a winger, just for some fresh legs. Yeah, okay, let's go. God almighty, can I catch a break? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to have to ramp this up to attacking now. Okay, highlight for them. Hopefully we can defend this. Pressing. Okay. Here we go, counter-attack. No. Okay, we're going to play out from the back. Okay, come on, Ozeki. Alright. Okay, recycling the ball. Yes, Ozeki. Oh. I thought I was going to eat my words there, saying that these lads don't do anything when they come on. Okay, what can we do? Right, so Someone's starting to flag. I think he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. But Yamada's nervous, so do I want someone angry who is starting to flag a bit, or do I want someone who is nervous? Let's go for that. And I mean, he's got all the stats for it, so we might just have a little chat with him. And Arroyo's not really doing anything, so I think this is it. We're committing now. And we'll see what happens. Give team talk. Trust you to make the difference, make reply. Appeared inspired. Wonderful. Okay. I very rarely do that, but in this particular case, I really have nothing to lose by just taking the time to do it. Okay, right, we've won the ball. Let's see if we can build something here. Okay. He's got the ball. Ah. Okay, Finazzo. Okay, positive. It's been a good game. We don't deserve to lose. Let's put it that way. Don't deserve to lose. We've been sucker punched slightly. Conceding the penalty was silly. But we could potentially be playing for a draw here. Might need to use a shout. Oof, okay. Right, I am going to demand more. This could go horribly wrong. I don't know. Oh no. Okay. Right, what can we tweak? Okay, I think we're just going to have to play him in a more advanced role. Yeah, I don't want to overcommit, but we are going to go. Yeah, we are going to go for broke. We're going to try and score a goal. Let's see what happens. Come on, lads. I don't want another defeat on my second live match. Okay, we've got a highlight. I live in hope. Okay, well, we've picked up the ball, but we can turn it over fairly quickly. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. Okay, Comey's got the ball. I think he's offside. I think he's offside. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, you're miles off. Oh well. Last 3 minutes, there's nothing else to do really. Cross my fingers and pray. Okay, we're building up from the back. RIE's got the ball. Into Mizuno, finding Endo. Comey's making that run a little too quickly. So we're trying to build through the centre. Okay. Oh, God almighty. Yeah, that was it. They gave him the space to run into as well. Well, we've lost that one, which is highly unfortunate. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with... it would have been nice to win, but it wouldn't be. It just feels a little bit tepid. It just feels a bit spineless. I'm going to try and encourage them because we did create an awful lot of chances. So that's done something from the morale. Right. Well, there we are. That puts us down to 13th. And it means that going into the next game, we're playing Yokohama FM. And we're level on points with them. So I will put in a cut here and we will just meet again very, very shortly when I've got to the next game. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, we're now back. So we have our away trip to Yokohama F Marinos. We have been predicted by the board and supporters alike to lose this game. So this could potentially be my third defeat in a row as a live game on YouTube, but I really hope that doesn't happen. So essentially McLaughlin and gosh, I can't remember who the other player was in the last game, picked up ankle knocks, but they are fine, so that's 1 or 2 days. Arroyo has been ruled out for 3 to 4 days and may not be back for this one, but we will confirm that in due course. I tend to agree to the opposition instructions. I'm definitely going to go more balanced here. Yeah, we'll put him on complete wing back and see what that does. But I'm not having him as an attack by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so Arroyo does look fit. Yeah, he is match fit. And he had a fairly meh game last game. So what I want to do is I just want to inject a bit of urgency, whereas Finatsu has been playing consistently well, and actually, so I think I'm going to take Gwangi Pyo off because he's dipped. Caniero, yeah, I'm going to keep him on, and I think, yeah, it was Onahara who was the other player who had the ankle knock. Yeah, he's been playing well, so I mean, I think I'm just going to keep that as is. I do like that back line. It is good. We are shipping goals. Maybe it was my fault for going on positive to begin with, but this is the team that we're going to go with. I've got so many players at my disposal. I'm going to really need to clear out. I think I've just acquired way too many players, so I'm going to have to, at the end of the season, I'm really going to have to sit down and think about. It's going to have to be quality, not quantity, I think. There's just far too many players who aren't playing. I've bloated this squad, and it's entirely my fault. There we are. And on that cheery note, we are going to kick this game off. So, let's see what happens. See if I can get a maiden win on YouTube. That'd be nice. Otherwise, people will start thinking that I'm save scumming. And I'm not. God, in Football Manager 2022, I lost the league title with Brighton, Premier League title with Brighton, on the last day to Chelsea by, it was either goal difference or 1 point, but I distinctly remember it. It was in the summer holidays when I was off, and I just remember sitting, playing at my kitchen table, and I just couldn't believe that we'd thrown away, and we had thrown away the league, because I think we had a cushion and lost it. So I don't like save scumming. I do like to earn my rewards as much as possible. So we are in white today, and I need to remember that the match stats were on the right hand side as well. So I was going to say it's fairly even possession, but there's no point looking at possession in the first 10 minutes. But we do have our first highlight. So Serwin is playing it down the right to Finatsu, finds Mizuno, back to Finatsu, who's cut in from the left. RIE's there to support. Serwin has a shot. Oh, that's a good save. Okay, that's positive. For a team that likes working the ball into the box, we do like a shot from around about the 18-yard area, so make of that what you will, and I just don't think we've necessarily got the quality to be shooting from there. Last game against Yokohama, Ozeki had a couple of little runs in, as did Finatsu, and it just didn't work out. But here's a highlight for Yokohama FM, harmless free kick. So that's okay. I mean, we've started well. We haven't conceded, which is important, and hopefully we can just grow into this game as it goes on. Sorry, I've put a little pause in there. My wife came into the room and said I look like a ghost under this blanket, honestly. The things you do when you start up a channel. Anyway, back to the highlight. So, Shah floats it over to Serwin. I thought we were progressing down the right, but we've lost the ball. Celavi. Okay. Let's see if we can win this ball back. I mean, I think I'm more comfortable with a lower press. Or at least not having the defence quite so high. But here we are, they found inroads on the wing. And mixing it around. And Shah's just literally taking him out. What a total pillock. What a wombat. Well, there's nothing to check. It is a penalty. Deary deary me. There we go. 1-0. So we're going to put in an early encouragement. I don't really know why the team. Be interesting to know what goes into what makes them. They're anxious. Some are furious. Well, gotta be furious with yourself really, because there's a silly pen to give away. But we are back. Roy's got the ball into Ono. And we're just gonna tippy-tappy it around in the vertical tiki-taka style. To Arroyo, to Ono, to McLaughlin. Story of my life, just hitting the woodwork. Well, again, this isn't horrendous, but it will be horrendous if we go 2-0 down. I just don't think we've got enough about us to get back into games when we go 2 down. So we've got Soren on the right hand side. He's taking his man there. McLaughlin into Ono. Dear. This is wasteful stuff. And at the risk of sounding like an XG nerd, this is why our XG is so low. So they are really quite happy to play out from the back, but we've got the ball, we've nicked it. Dear God. Oh, that was a save. I thought he skied it. Sermon with the corner into Nathan. He's quite tall, I don't know what he's doing taking a short corner like that. Then went to Van Eerden. He's a tall lad, he's 6'4". And he did score a header goal for us in a recent game. But this looks like we're going to go 1-0 down at half time, so we have to think about what we can do to remedy this. We've been the better team here. Okay, that hasn't gone down well. So let's go for the... You haven't been that bad, but I think you can improve. Start the second half, but I'm already looking. Arroyo's on a booking, as is Fanatsu, and their rating is pretty low. But of course, you've got to wonder what is going into that. McLaughlin's tiring. I wonder what his... Just going to put a pause in the play. What is his stamina like? 16. But he gets knackered. I think it's probably because he's played so much. Yeah, he's pretty much played pretty much plays every game that he can. And I only take him off when he's injured, essentially, or he's absolutely knackered. Right, okay. Let's see what we can do. So we haven't had the possession, but... So I think we're going to have to go attacking now. See what that does. Okay. We'll let this highlight run. And I think we're going to have to make some changes because things are going horribly wrong. Yeah, we're 2 down now. Yeah, no, there is no VAR on that one. There was no hint of offside. Right, Arroyo, I'm going to have to hoik you and Fanatsu to bring on people that normally would start. I think we're going to have to take Nathan off and bring on Ozeki and see if he's got his shooting boots on today. Right, okay, so 3 subs. We're on attacking. Oh dear, honestly. It is not normally this bad. Okay, if we got a pen, I think he got the ball there. No, my luck. This will not be a penalty, but I think he got the ball. Yeah. We could have done with that. Okay. The only thing we can do now is try and inject a bit of energy into the midfield. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take McLaughlin off. And I'm going to swap and put Onahara on central midfield attacking. And I'm going to leave it like that. It does expose our midfield slightly, but we're 2 down and we've just got to chase the game. Wow. Gosh, this is bad. Okay, we've got one more sub. Our defenders are playing appallingly, so actually I'm going to bring Gondo on. He is kicking up a massive fuss about not playing. And the leaders in the squad are coming to me and saying, you need to talk to him, you need to sort it out, you need to be clear with the players. And I've tried to placate them short of making any promises. But when they made the point, you need to be clear with the squad where everyone's up to, I basically said this is productive and just shut the meeting down. Oh dear. Well, this is not what I envisaged when I pressed record today. So, played 2, lost 2. And yeah, I mean, we're not as bad as things suggest. We're the underdogs out there. You gave your best good effort. We are the plucky underdogs, aren't we? This is our role in life. I mean, the positive thing is that yes, okay, Yokohama have a game in hand over us, so they can overtake us with this game in hand. But we've got a positive goal difference, and we're 4 points above the relegation zone with 6 games to play. So all we need is a couple of wins. If we can get a couple of wins, I think we'll be okay, and we just don't take too many losses in the meantime. All right then. Well, that was, as I said, not really what I envisaged when I press record, but you know, this is it. It's going to be a warts and all sort of save, and you are going to have days like this for sure. But if you've watched, thanks for watching. It is a massive call out to people to, even if you've skipped to the end or whatever, this is very much an embryonic YouTube channel, and I am looking for all manner of constructive feedback about how things could be better, whether that's how things sound, how things play, what I'm choosing to include, delivery, literally anything at this point would be really, really useful. So if you are still watching at this point, please do get in touch and leave a comment just to let me know what, if anything, you've enjoyed, and certainly what can improve, because I know that this is far from a polished article. But thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch you in the next one.